Hi everyone, how are we? I'm back. It's been a little while since we've seen each other. I'm sorry about last week. It was just a bit much. I had a very big weekend with our local calisthenics competition, and that made it a little bit hard for me to come back on. I just found it too tiring. I hadn't had time to do anything, and it's just the way life is. So anyway, welcome to another Facebook Live. My name's Anita Mazzero, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Horsham, Victoria. So today we are here, and we're going to have a play. And it's not long before our new catalogue will be available, where you'll be able to order the goodies that you have seen in your catalogue. There are lots and lots of goodies. It's a good seasonal one because it is designed for Christmas, and we'll, this time of the year, this is what we're looking for, getting our Christmas cards out and things like that. But I'm not going to do a Christmas card today. I'm going to do a fun fold called a bridge fold, but a little bit different to what you may have seen. So, and I'm going to be using the Charming Day bundle. So it is a nice little set. So what I'll do is I'm going to flip the camera down. Before I do, I'm going to let you know that if you see the little live button up there, you know that you're watching me live. And if you are, please pop on and say hello and let me know where you're from and how your day's going. Also, because Facebook do not keep our videos for more than 30 days, after our live, I will pop it onto our onto my YouTube channel, where you'll be able to watch it at any time and stop and start it. And if you are not a YouTube subscriber, please pop on and subscribe, and that way you can watch any of the videos that I've got up there, because I have managed to get most of them back. Hello, Lucia. How are you today? Hello, Jacinta. How are you? It's an interesting day, isn't it? It was sun out earlier, but I'm beginning to wonder if the sun is taking a little walk again. It's been lovely having the rain. I'm sure you've had a fair bit there, Jacinta. And Lucia, I'm positive you've had rain as well. So, it is nice to get it. The farmers have needed it, so it is good to have. So, as I said, I'm going to pop the camera down and I can show you the outside of the cover. But Wednesday, it will be live. Correct me, ladies, if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it was Wednesday. I know it's never on a Monday. Oh, yummo. Hot chocolate. That sounds really nice. Have you got marshmallows in them? Yeah, I bet the crops are looking good, Jacinta. And your football team did very well at the weekend. I'm not sure about the netballers, but yeah, I certainly read about the footballers. So that was a real great thing to see that some interesting footy is happening around the town as it is into finals. Anyway, let's pop the camera down. Enough of my gas bagging. You don't need that. You would rather see the crafting. So, you've got a cup of... Oh, okay, girls. Hot chocolate, cappuccino. Gee. And I'm sitting here in my craft room where I will not bring drinks in. I have experienced where someone worked really, really hard. I was having many, many years ago, a fun crop was when I was scrapbooking, and we were doing mainly white pages. And we were towards the end, and a couple of drinks were opened up, and someone had a raspberry cruiser and it went flying all over their work. We were shocked and horrified and thought that was the end of this scrapbook page. But when it dried, it was a very, very soft pink and it looked stunning. So she kept it. So I've always remembered that day. Oh, Riley had a win. Oh, you got 2 teams in the final. Well, good luck to Riley. I hope she does well. I'm not sure who she's playing in the final, or have you got preliminary finals first? I'm not even sure where they're up. But anyway, I'll keep an eye out for her. Okay, let's pop this camera down. All right, let's just, you don't want my messy desk. Right, there we go. This is our beautiful, beautiful catalogue. And lots of goodies. This is just one of the papers that you can see. It is so pretty. It is just gorgeous. So I can show you the front cover. I can show you the back cover. So that gives you an indication of some of the things that are there. But Wednesday. So next week I'll be able to go through it with you and we can have a good look at it and you can see what's available in the catalogue. But as I said, I'll pop that away. Just down on the floor where everything else is at the moment. I have been busy with birthday cards, all sorts of things, getting ready. Time is not my friend at the moment. So I've been using the Charming Day. It's a beautiful stamp set, absolutely beautiful, beautiful little sayings, and then the dies. And put them on here and didn't keep a photo of it. But today I'm going to be using that die and this die. And they are standalone dies. There's 4 standalone dies and 3 dies that will cut the 3 images out in the stamp set. So, you know, like it's a great set. So you don't have to use them. You can use them separately. So as I'm using today, I'm mainly using this. I'm not using the stamp set as my sentiment is one that I had floating around and I thought I'd use that up. I'm also using the embossing folder called Exposed Brick, and this is a really nice one, and I can show you because I have pre-cut this out. So it's a beautiful textured folder like so. So I'm going to pop that aside. Now today I'm doing a bridge fold. As I said, a bridge fold normally is done in the landscape mode, but I'm going to do it in the portrait mode. So I'm just going to fold my card. So this is 10.5 by 29.7. Anyway, half a sheet of A4. So fold that in half. So I'm going to get my trimmer and let's face it, ladies, Stampin' Up trimmer is the best trimmer that you can get. So I'm going to go and I'm going to take this to the 3 centimetre mark. I'll line that up. I'm going to take that and I'm going to take that right up to the fold. Then I'm going to flip it over, pop it at the 3 centimetre mark and take that up to the fold. Now, if you don't flip it over, you're going to end up with it being on the wrong side because you want flaps like so. You want those flaps. Then what I've done, because this is 10.5 centimetres across, I have cut a piece of cardstock at 14.4 by 10 and then I've embossed it. And the reason I've done it this way is I felt personally that for me this worked the best. So I'm going to cut a strip at 2.5 centimetres and this way I can keep the embossing continuity. So then I'm going to flip it this way. I'm going to take that to, where's my notes? I never can remember the exact measurement of this one. 5 centimetres. I'll take that to 5. Cut that. Flip that around. That's going to go in there. And then take another 2 centimetre piece. So there's my pieces for my, did I cut that one at 3? I think I did. 2.5, and I cut that other one. Luckily, this is a pattern that I can get away with a strip. But there we go. Talking too much. I've got a couple of little strips left over. I could put them on the inside if I wish. So that's all the cutting that I'll do on while we're live. And I've cut that the wrong way. That was not meant to be. I'll just grab pink and recut and redo it. Sorry about that, ladies. This is something that is quite normal. We make mistakes, and when we make mistakes, they're fixable. I thought I was going to be very smart, do some cutting, and save all the time of having you guys wait. So I'm going to take this to 14.4 by 10. And I should have realised, because I was doing it the way I would normally do a bridge card. Right, let's get our cut and emboss machine out. When we're embossing and using 3D folders, we only need plate number 1 and our grey plate. Right, let's go again, ladies. Pop that in. Oh, that'll teach me, won't it? Hello, Cherry. How are you today? Whoops. We'll just emboss that one, and we will do take 2 on the cutting. Don't worry, I can use those pieces because, you know, why waste a good piece of cardstock? So just double check that I've got this at the right height. 10. That's correct. So that's what I want. My 14.4. And now I'm going to cut them this way. Not the way I did them before. So the first piece is 2.5 centimetres. Trim that and pop that over there. I'm going to rotate it because I need to keep it matching, and cut that at 5. Now I know why I had too much left over. And I've rotated it back and cut it at 2.5. And then a tiny strip. And that was what I was supposed to have originally, which we can still use. Right. So on our bridge fold, we are going to glue these pieces down. And I have cut that one wrong as well. I know what I did. Just let me check. This is what happens when you've been in a rush, out of sorts, and then suddenly you realise that should be 4. So I'll just trim that 0.5 centimetre off. I'll get it right one day. And it is still wrong in height. God, Anita. I wasn't going to cut it, so I thought I'd leave it. And guess what? That should be 13.9. I've still got that all wrong. You know what? Let's just sneak it away. I embossed the wrong piece. Check that again. That's what I'm supposed to emboss. No wonder. Let's do take 3. Is your craft room like this at times where you just don't get it right? Because it's normal. Believe me, it is very normal that we can make mistakes. And I think I rushed one quickly before I went live using a different design so you could see, like I haven't finished it, but it's enough that you can have a look at. Right, let's emboss this one more time. Remember, whenever you use an embossing folder, make sure that your join is at the front. You're running it through that way, but do never, ever come back because you'll wreck your folder. Yeah, I am really keeping it real today, Lucia. Okay, there's my embossing folder. It's 14.4. I'm going to double check this time. Do the old carpenter's measure twice, cut once. Now I can do 2.5. I'll know these measurements off the back of my hand. 2.5, put that there, rotate it. Sorry, I'm getting it out of your camera. Rotate it and cut at 4. And the reason I'm rotating, because my 4 marker is over this side doesn't go to 4. Cut that. So pop that on there, rotate, and then cut another 2.5. Jeepers. What the heck am I up to? One of those days, isn't it? And I didn't want to stay. It wanted to run away. Okay. 2.5. Hold it in place. Cut. Oh dear. I will use those pieces that I've cut incorrectly and we'll make a few more cards out of it using the same design. Because why waste it? Oh, furry. That's not what I wanted. Okay, must be needing another blade again. And that's going to go there. And that's going to go there. Voila, I got it right this time. Rightio. Now, I'm just going to glue these down. And pop them in place. So I've just got a small border around each piece of 0.5. Normally I would try and do a little bit smaller, but I wanted to keep a bit of the white showing because put that right in the middle there. Nice and straight, and then we'll do the third piece. This bridge fold's not a hard fold. It's quite an easy fold. And it won't take long to do. And it's something that if you wanted to do multiples of something, this is the perfect card that is simple and easy, but strikingly good. Right. Then I've cut a piece of the bubble bath, 4 centimetres by 10.5. Now this is going to be the bridge. I'm going to open those two pieces and I'm going to work out roughly where it'll be. So you can pop it anywhere. Just put a little bit of glue on each side. And you certainly need cardstock to do it. Making sure you keep your outside flaps nice and straight. And that's going to be your fold. Like that, you'll have that. So before I decorate it, I'm going to put a piece of my white onto my bubble bath. Now these are your standard pieces. So the bubble bath here is 10 by 14.4 and then I've gone down 0.5 to 9.5 by 13.9. And this one that I cut wrong, it was a smaller piece, yeah. I might just add that to the bottom here. Keep that brick look. So, you know, this is a happy accident. Pop that on there. I'm just going to pop that down the bottom just to cover it nicely. And then I'll put some glue on the back. Oh, there we go. You've seen me stuff up majorly. I'm not going to let that worry me. And that's just going to go on the inside like so. That's the hardest part of the card. Now we're going to come to the decorating side. So I've got a couple of leaves and I've got a piece of white. I was thinking of using these other leaves, but I'm not going to because it's full enough as it is. Now what I'm going to do before I do anything, Kay, you're not on? Oh, hello, Kay, you are on. Winkestella time, Kay. I was just about to say, Kay, you're not on, but I'm using Winkestella. So I'm just going to add, I'm going to keep these white, and I'm just going to add some wick to the flowers. Because I can. Just want a little bit of wick. Just pop it on to these flowers. And while that's drying, I'm just going to do the usual on the front. Oh no, poor Wink. Oh, darling, my Winkestella loves me. And I cannot believe how many times I have refilled them with rubbing alcohol. And if anyone's wondering what I'm referring to, this is what I buy, Isocol rubbing alcohol. And so when they get low, I open them up because inside I won't undo it completely on air. When I unscrew it, it's got this little black dot. You open that up and then you just, what I use is a syringe, just cheap one I bought from $2 shop, just a little syringe. I get some out of the thing and pop it in there and off I go. And then I can have use. And I have used these quite a lot. I don't know if I'm hitting them like that. Oh, well, it needs a good whack on the backside every now and then. Okay. So I've got some glitter on the page there, and I've got my little bridge. Now what I want to do, and this is where I've got to work out how I'm going to do it. So I thought this bridge is for holding the flower. And that's why I've chosen the same colour. And the leaves, I think I only need one. And add a little bit of colour. So I've cut the leaf and I'm just going to give it a little cut down about halfway. Just take it apart. So I'm going to have a look. Just keep looking at how I want it. I'm going to pop that up there. Maybe turn that around a little bit more so that it's more the flower. And this Charming Day stamp set or this bundle, I don't know about anybody else, but I love it. It is absolutely beautiful. And then I'll pop this one down about there. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue just on. So if I pop these in place, it will let me know where I want it roughly. So it's going to sit like that. So you can see that that's open and that will allow it to lift up and down. This one, I think I worked out, was going to be roughly around there. Come down a little bit more. You need to glue these beforehand. And this one again is just a little bit of glue on the inside leaves. And if you think you need more, you can pop some on later. Right, so I'm happy with that. and I'm going to get some mini dimensionals, and I've got to work out what I need. So I'm going to put one there, couple there, top there, in around this one, and in here. These other ones I'm going to leave open. Now, if you think it's too thin, you can cut two of them out and glue them together. But if you're going to glue them together, I would suggest you pop your adhesive sheet, because you'd find it very difficult to try and glue it properly. But I would use an adhesive sheet, put your two pieces together, and then die cut them. I think that would help it to hold better if you think it's too flimsy. So I'm just looking here to see where I need them. So I don't put any where they are not needed. Oops, come back here. Definitely don't want them sticking out over the top. You're probably thinking, for a little area that I'm using, I've got a lot of dimensionals, but I want it to hold. Pop that there, just make sure I've got them in the right spot. There, maybe just one more in there. And we'll see how it goes. Let's give these a take these. So what's everyone been up to? Busy crafting away? Okay, have you been doing your swaps for the cruise? And I'm just going to take that, making sure my dimensionals are on the bridge. And there's the card. Now, if you want to, you could colour, but for this particular one, I liked the white. Right from day one, I thought this would look really nice with just a plain white flower, and that's what I've wanted to use for this. So then in my kit, I had from the Simply Said, I've got this birthday wishes. So I'm thinking I might put that one across there and then just sit that one just over the flower. Or I might go, I think, have a look, work out what I want to do. Try and keep that probably pretty much to the flower. I'm just waiting for my, no, I haven't started. I have no idea what I'm going to do, Kay. I mean, admittedly, it's not a big number, but it's just getting my head around what I'm going to do and get it ready. I've got classes this week and next week, so I'll get them out of the way, and then I'll probably start to do something before we get ready to go, because it's not far, is it? I think I like it that way. So I'm going to put some dimensionals under here again. So I'm going to put just a single dimensional on one end. At the other end, I'm going to put two, because that's already got, actually needs one under there. So take the back off. This is what I said we can always add later on. So I want to add that in there before I, oops, come down a bit. I'll stick that in there. I'm going to put two dimensionals on one side. One on the other side. So let's take those. I'm going to put that in there and right across. Thinking using the border there will make it nice. And then I'll just put one on one side and two again on the other side. And this allows it to sit evenly across the page. Who's done a bridge fold before? Oh, your 50th. Oh, of course, you've got your big 50 coming up. Wow. That's exciting times for you and Murray. 50 years. There we go. I've got that. Now I have. I know I pulled it aside. As I said, my messy desk has gone absolutely crazy. Here they are, under the trimmer. So I've got these Strawberry Slush and Pretty in Pink gems, and they are delightful, aren't they, Lucia? You love them. So I'm going to use just the lighter pink ones, which is Pretty in Pink, but I don't think it matters for this. So I'm going to use a couple here, just going to poke them in the centre of those couple of large ones. And I've strategically chosen ones that have got a little bit more, if you can see there, they've got a little bit more gold in them than the other two. And then I'm going to take 3 of the little lighter pinks. Because can't have an even number, we have to have an odd. I'll put one down here. And one just in there. Now look at that. How simple and easy is that? So as I said, you could colour your flowers if you wish, but just the simplicity of this one is what I like about it. And you've got your birthday wishes. You can open it up. Got your centrepiece. And then you've got this, and as I put the embossed piece that I had cut on. Yeah, they're beautiful gems, aren't they, Lucia? I just think they're absolutely gorgeous. And the clear ones, you're right, you can use them on any colour. They are, like, if I just lift that, I could have put them on there as well. Not a problem at all. They are just beautiful. And I even think the darker pink could have easily gone just as well with these. They are just beautiful. And if you haven't got them, grab them. You know? So that's what I've done. So just before, I've done a couple of others. This one I've done here in the pink, like I've done before, made it into a sympathy card, and I've done the leaves a little bit different because I glued my flower down. I didn't put dimensionals underneath. I just glued it directly to it. So I've just had that. And then I stamped and coloured the flower, but I wasn't happy with that. Oh, you've been watching hockey and footy. Well, you've been busy too. And then I used just some designer series paper. Exactly the same thing. Designer series paper. I haven't finished this one because this one I did just before coming live. Put that together, and again, it's another one that opens up, and I've still got to put the inside. I'm just going to put here, I've used a piece of cardstock, and I've glued the paper to it so that you've got that continuity underneath, but the DSP wasn't strong enough. So if you are using DSP, use the strip for the DSP. Otherwise, it could collapse on you or tear, and you know, you're going to the trouble of making a card. That's the last thing you want to do. And so that's what I did with this one. So there's, 3 different ones. You can see they end up different. Depends on where you lay your things. Yeah, they are, aren't they? Thank you, Lucia. As I said, I just think if you've got a bit of paper that you want to use, like this was very quick, very simple today. And just with a little bit of embellishments and bingo, you have got a card that speaks volumes. And a bridge card is one. And as I said, you can do it this way, have it, which will give you a bigger in the middle, but you could do that. But with this particular style, I think opening it up like so, you've got all the room in the world to write. It's probably easier if you see the ones that I've got, and then by picking up the colour in underneath, bingo, there we go. So it's your imagination that can change it. A different stamp set. Another way I could have done this is I could have done this one, and I could have coloured it and then die cut it out, or I could have used a couple of those. I could have used a couple of these leaves. Like my box had these leaves in it, and I could have just used a bit of blends or a bit of daubers to create shading and colouring into the flower. So this particular one is one that's open to all possibilities of what you want to use. And it's a great, stunning card. Well, I think it is. So, I might be biased. But I think it's a stunning card that absolutely speaks volumes without having to do too much. So we got a quick one today. I didn't know what I was going to do until last night. So, I was busy getting ready for cards ready for class on Wednesday. And then I realised, I've got to do a live Monday. And I thought, well, I better do something. And this particular card came to mind. So I hope you like it. I hope everyone enjoys the new catalogue. Wednesday's the day that you can start ordering and enjoy, because there's lots and lots of good stuff around. And you may have seen people use some of it already. I did last week and the week before with the Peaceful Garden Suite, which is a Christmassy one, but it's one that you could use without it being Christmassy. So anyway, thank you for your time, ladies. I know we haven't been on long, but this one works for me today because of everything that's going on, and we will get there, and I will catch up with you all in the very near future, and we shall see each other again. So enjoy, everyone, and I will see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.